Hello, good day everyone. Today I'll be giving a summary as Man Thinketh by James Allen. Alright, here is the content of what we'll be talking about today. As Man Thinketh and From Poverty to Power. From Poverty to Power is subdivided into two, the part 1 and the part 2, as you can see them here. So alright, let's move to the next slide so we look at these subtopics in depth. Alright, section 1, as Man Thinketh. Here is the overview, which is thoughts and character, and it explains one's character is cultivated by his thoughts, which is true. By whatever thing we consume or act on every day, it stacks up and become habitual, right? It stacks up and becomes our character, right? So the next is the effects of thoughts on circumstance, right? So our conditions of life will always be found harmoniously in relations to our inner states. So what this means is when we think of positive things, even at an environment where it's filled with bad energies, like a chaotic environment, when you have a healthy state thoughts, right, you tend to be exceptional. All right, so the next is the effects of thoughts on the health and body. Basically, the body is the servant to the mind. Thoughts like anxiety, fears quickly demoralize and make us vulnerable, which is true. When we, maybe let's say an example, in a chaotic environment like a war or crises, riots, and then you of course you develop anxiety due to your thoughts on those things, right? And eventually you might fall sick because of those feelings you got through the phenomenon. So thoughts and purpose. Thoughts linked with purpose result to intelligent accomplishment. When you have a healthy thought, right, backed up with purpose, it's more of like you having a good thought, and then you set a goal or discipline yourself towards achieving a certain a certain problem or a certain goal, right? You tend to achieve or bring those things into fruition quicker. All right, so we'll move to the next, which is the thought factor in achievement. All we achieve and fail to achieve is a direct result of our thoughts. All right, so let's say, for example, you're trying to involve into something or an attempt in a problem, right? And then all your mindset is kind of like, how am I going to do this? Am I going to be successful in it? All those kind of things. This part encourages us that we should cultivate, right, and develop this mindset that even though it's our first attempt, we should have this feeling that we're going to be successful in it, and it will help us a lot in achieving success. Vision and ideals. Dreamers are the world heroes, which is right. Dreamers are absolutely the world heroes, because when you have a healthy thoughts and then have a vision of what to achieve in so period of time, yeah, when you keep accomplishing those things, and then eventually someday you make a positive impact in the world, which we call heroes. Yeah, serenity, calmness, harness wisdom. Yeah, which is true. When you are calm, right, or in a calm state, impressive ideas, fruitful ideas tend to come in, right, which will help solve the problem at hand, or help solve any problem heads on. When you're not in a calm when state, and then let's say for example in a conflict situation, and not in a calm state, you tend to act out of impulse, which is absolutely wrong. So here is the section 2, from poverty to power. Okay, in the part 1 of it, the lesson of evil. Unrest, pain, and sorrow are the shadow of life. Alright? Instead of praying for them, we should examine ourselves and find the lesson they bring, which is true. So, these things we see uncomfortable, like pain, sorrow, right? Instead of we praying for them to be out, let's try to examine ourselves to like find the lessons they bring to us, okay? So, the world, a reflex of mental states. Who we are equally is equally the world around us, right? So when we have adopt or employ these healthy mindsets, right, and it becomes us or becomes our character, we we tend to have a, a peaceful world around us, right? A peaceful environment and so on. So the way out of undesirable conditions, the mirror in which each of us use is a reflection of ourselves. Okay, sorry. So that's it for that. Then silence, power of thoughts, right? Silence is the most powerful force in the universe. All right. So when you're like I explained in serenity, when you're in a calm state, you tend to tackle problem, right? So it's not just all about you acting impulsively. So secret of health, success, and power. Where there is strong faith and uncompromised purity, there is health, success, and power. Yeah, which is true. When you adopt a strong faith, uncompromised purity, you tend to have a healthy or things tends to work out for you. All right. So the secret of abounding happiness is not derived from the outward possession, right, but instead it's derived from the inner state. All right. So the next, realization of prosperity. Real prosperity is not outward possession but the inward realization, which is really 100% correct. All right, moving to the next, which is the part 2, the power of meditation. All right, teaches that meditation is the part of the divinity. Yeah, so it's more of like you reconnecting with the divinity. That's what meditation spoke about here. It's trying to teach us. So the two master is self and truth. Yeah, upon every human soul, but to the supremacy of self, the prince of the world, self, which is the prince of the world, and truth, which is the God the Father. Yeah, which is correct. So it's more of like in this world, right? It's either you turn out to be a materialistic lover of materialistic things, or you be a godly person. So the next is the acquisition of spiritual power. It costs a lot in acquiring real power and influence, right? So the acquisition of spiritual power is not easy. That's why you tend to, or you have to respect our spiritual leaders, right? It's not easy. It takes lots of sacrifice. So the next is realization of self-love. Employ that in every human heart. In every human heart lies a hidden love. Love behind, hidden love, longing to be awakened, right? So basically, what this means is like in every human heart, right? Whether good person or bad person, right? There is always a selfless love which resonates in him or her. So we'll be rounding up with the Sega Savior and the realization of perfect peace. So here is it: as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So here's like an analogy of what Asthmatic spoke about. Alright guys, thank you, and help me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.